Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Thanks for joining me again today. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at crypto_liberal if you are so inclined, if you find any value in these videos. Today, I'm feeling like crap. I don't know if I got a little bit of the vid or what. I I haven't seen anybody, and I went grocery shopping and I went to see Top Gun on Friday, so I don't know. Maybe I picked up something there, but so I feel like crap. I even went out hiking today, and I probably shouldn't have because I wasn't feeling the greatest. But so I might keep it a little bit shorter. I might not have the enthusiasm I normally do, but we'll get through it anyway. So today, hey, how perfect has it played out for the past, you know, 3-4 weeks since I've been making videos, right? I pretty much called almost every single thing that's happened so far. And so, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and let's just review a couple of those things. Let's start with the chart, right? Right. Um, so here we are on the daily, the Coinbase chart on the daily on Bitcoin. I told you back on May 11th that we would not break this support. And look how, we dragged along it, this red line, we dragged along it for 20 some days. So let's just look at that video, right? Let's look at that video of May 11th. Here it is, right? Check out this red line I got going on here. I'm going to try to angle it here so we can get the glare off of there. Check out this red line I have on here. Going from right to left, right? So here's where we are today. That last red candle there is where we're at right now. And May 11th. And we're at 29,130 as I speak, but we're bumping right up against that red line, which is whatever. It's a red line. It's a random red line. That's why I'm not a big TA guy. But I had this line on here from a long time ago. I just went back in the charts today for some reason on Bitcoin just to check it out, see where we were at in relation to the past dumps that we had over the last year. And I found I had this red line, and I extended it out. And what do you know? We're bumping up against it today. So let's go back and see where this red line originates. So I have it going all the way back, right? Back. Goes well over a year that I've had this red line on here. So going back to there, right? So really where I think it starts coming in is when we were making our first run up to 64, 65,000, right? Back in, this is March 3rd. Hey, that's my birthday. That's nice. March 3rd. See, we bumped up against it right here, right? That green candle, red candle, bumped up, got rejected a little bit, went down, but we broke through it, right? We broke through it convincingly here, and we stayed above it for a little bit. Looks like maybe a month here. This is the daily. This is the daily chart on Bitcoin, right? So we stayed above it for a while until we got to here. We came back down and we tested that line perfectly on April 25th. Looks like, right? See? And actually, we can go back a little bit more. We tested it back here first on, looks like, March 25th. Man, it's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, honey, if you're watching. Anyway, so we went down and tested March 25th, and then we went back up a little, served as support, and then we came back down and tested on April 25th of last year, right? Nice. And so this was after we had gone up to 65K. We came back down and tested it twice. We stayed above it for a while, but then we finally, right, over here in May of last year, we finally broke through it, went under, right? So we stayed under it for quite a while. That was a long slog, right? We went down to 28K down here at the bottom. We were down flirting with 30 for quite a while, but then we started coming up, right? And first time we tested this line on about July 31st, got rejected. Just a little bit of a rejection, but went down. And then again, above it, right? So then we stayed above it, but look at this. Stayed above it for a little bit, but look at, come back down, wondering if it's going to hold. September 21st of last year held, and we hovered above it for a few days. It's like 5, 7, 8 days, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, we kind of hovered on that line, testing it, served as support, and then boom, all the way up to 69K, right? All the way up to 69K until now. We stayed above it for quite a while, but then came, look at, first real big dump after the 69K. All the way down here on January 22nd of this year. Tested it perfectly again. You can't make this stuff up. Tested it perfectly. Right? So then, served as support. We had a couple months here where we went, it looked like maybe we were going to go back into a bull market from January to March, April, and then we started going back down again. But here we sit today, May 11th, right on that line. Here it is, right? So, right? That was a perfect call. So let's go back to the chart now. Where that was May 11th and today is May 31st. Look how long we stayed above it. And May 11th, right, is right here. So look, that was before we even wicked below it a couple times. May 11th, we wicked below it. May 12th, we had the big dump, right, down to 25K, whatever that was. But we still closed above that line. I'm telling you, this line is golden right now. It's worked. And man, we closed down on top of it again. We've wicked down to it several times, and finally we're breaking above it. So tell me, please tell me, anybody else on crypto Twitter that has that line for you, that drew that line for you so perfectly. Anybody? I haven't seen one single person tell you we're in this descending channel, right? And it held perfectly. I've seen people talk about the symmetrical triangles, descending triangles, a bunch of crap, right? Bear flags, bull flag, just everything under the sun. Nobody has given you that descending channel that we're in, and so far it's worked. So the next prediction, right? I just want to cover one more prediction because it doesn't do any good. We could just keep going down on that line, but you have to know when to buy. And over the weekend, right, on Friday, I gave you 7 reasons to buy. My number 5 reason was awesome. We're going to play that in a second. On Saturday, I added a reason. No, I think I just gave, no, I did. I added a reason on 8 reasons on Saturday. Sunday, I gave you a 9th reason to be bullish. And my number 5 reason on each of those days was a reason to be bullish before Tuesday. And let's look at that real quick. Here it is. Here we go. Which right now is the divergence in the crypto market and the stock market. Crypto's got some catching up to do. Reason number 5 is on Friday, I told you, I showed you Coinbase and Voyager Digital, two stocks on the stock market which are correlated almost exactly to the crypto market because their crypto stocks or crypto exchanges went up 8% on Friday. Why did they go up for 8% on Friday? Does somebody know something? And the volume I showed you on Coinbase was like 50% higher than the average volume for the last 3 months. Somebody knows something. And why would they purchase it on Friday when there's a long weekend coming? Why would they take the chance if crypto's about to go down? Reason number 5 is that crypto stocks are going up. Right. So, right? How is that? Look at that. I told you on Friday, and I told you again on Saturday and Sunday, that we were about to go up because of that weird little thing that was going on with Coinbase and Voyager Digital. And they were both up again today. Not quite as much as they were on Saturday, but let's go to the stock market real quick. Like, the stock market kind of took a hit today, but it was nice that crypto kind of just stayed even today. It kind of caught up to where it was on Friday. But Coinbase and Voyager Digital were up 3% and 6% respectively. Let's look at the DXY since we're here. And that was up, 0.4%, which is kind of a bigger move for the DXY. So we'll see where that, keep an eye on those, right? Keep an eye on those as the days go by this week. But, so I told you on Friday that because crypto was down on Friday, crypto was 28.3, 28.5, or Bitcoin was on Friday, when I made that first video, and those and Coinbase and Voyager Digital were up by like 8%. It didn't make sense. That told you something was going to happen. So hey, if you find value in that, because those are the things I'm going to search out for and try to bring to our community, right? If you find value in that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, because hey, it's worked so far. So where are we going? Where are we going? Now, here is the key, right? I told you yesterday when I made my video that and this was before we broached it, right? My first resistance was at 31.3. You can see in the blue bar here. So this blue line going all the way across. So I said, if we can breach that and hold it, great. If we come back below 31,300 somewhere, right? I mean, it's not a the other thing is you have to understand those lines. It has 314 there. That's not an absolute dollar amount. It's in that area, right? Because that's the Coinbase chart. Every exchange is going to have a different dollar figure of where resistance and support was held. So around 31,300, right? That's we have to hold that. And if we can hold that and maybe stay atop of it for a few days, really my next resistance is 37,000, 3770. You can see on the right side over there in the blue bar. Now, why that? First of all, part of that is because I'm watching the daily chart here, right? I'm not trading the 15-minute chart. And I've repeatedly said this to you, and if you're watching my channel, if I don't give financial advice, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but don't trade on leverage, right? I've, and I'll keep saying this over and over and over again. When you're trading on leverage, the big money on those exchanges have more money than you. They have more time than you. They have better risk tolerance than you, and they have better tools than you. They will take your money. Don't trade on leverage. Buy low, sell high. I mean, and we're at the lows. We've been at the lows, and I've been telling you to buy. I've been telling you to buy Cardano, or I've been telling you what I'm doing. I'm buying Cardano, and hey, we'll talk about that in a little bit here. But so, right, this is the time you want to buy. So anyway, so that's one reason why my next resistance is at 37, because we're talking the daily chart. If you're on the 4-hour chart, you're going to get some resistances probably, or an hourly chart all throughout here between 31.3 and 37. I'm not looking for those because I don't trade, like I said, an hourly or a 15-minute chart. So we're not going to go straight to 37,000, but that's my next resistance if we hold 31.3. And here's why. Look at 37. Just keep this blue line in sight. Look at this. This is before we really crashed, right? We came down to it and kind of held it for a little bit, so that was good. But here, back in March, we came down to it and held it. And back in February, we came down to it and pretty much held it. And back in early February, we came down to it and held it. But we did have this one little brooch of it right here, but to me, that's our support line again. So the support line held. That's what held instead of our 37,000 even, right? But we can keep going. That 37 comes in even further back, like right here, right? Came down to it, held back in August of last year. Came up to it and tested it as resistance in June of last year. So, and even here in early June, right, we're kind of flirting with it back and forth. So that 37,000 has played a key role in resistance and support going back over a year. So I think that's my next resistance. The one after that is honestly going to be the upper resistance of our channel, of our descending channel that we're in, right? So up here, this red line, right now it's at like 40. Let's get where we're at here. So right now it's at about 40, 44.5, and it's descending, right? It's coming down, and I showed you on a video yesterday why I think that line is gonna be a huge line wherever we meet it in the future. That line is going to be a big, huge line whenever we meet it in the future, whether that's in 2 days, which isn't going to happen, or 2 months or 2 years. That line is going to be a big deal, and in my opinion. And so keep an eye open for that line. Keep coming back to the channel. Keep, like, subscribe, follow me, because I'm going to keep updating these lines. I need to extend them soon here because we're getting to the end of them and need to extend them again. But they've held as resistance and support going back over a year. They've been integral to the movement of Bitcoin. So they're going to continue to be important. Okay, final thing I wanted to talk about is, well, two things, right? I've been saying I'm buying Cardano because when Bitcoin moves up, Cardano is going to move more. And I say Cardano over Ethereum and both over Bitcoin. Well, Ethereum's kind of lagging, but look at this. In our little hypothesis, the experiment we're doing in our channel, every Monday we put $100 into each of these. And what do you know, right? ADA, so far we put $400 in over the past 4 weeks. ADA is outperforming Bitcoin. Ethereum's got some catching up to do. But again, there's another prediction for you, right? It's worked out so far. It's going to work out. I'm seeing people on crypto Twitter, and I'm not going to name names because they're people I respect and I watch periodically. I watch very few people on crypto Twitter, but I follow a lot, and I do catch a video here and there, but on YouTube. But somebody I follow and pay attention to keeps talking about how, now it's not the time to buy altcoins because they're going to just continue to suffer against Bitcoin. And to me, and I've said this on the channel, right? We have suffered, or ADA has suffered, Ethereum has suffered, every altcoin practically has suffered against Bitcoin for 6-7 months. If you're not going to buy now, start buying now. When are you going to buy? The train's going to leave the station without you. It might already be leaving the station with ADA. I don't know. That's why you don't wait. You dollar cost average, and that's what I've been doing. And I've been buying a lot of Cardano, and I just made a huge purchase down at 52 cents or something last week, and I don't think there's a better investment in the crypto industry right now than Cardano, and especially with the Vassal hard fork coming up at the end of the month. So you do what you got to do. That's just what I'm doing. Not financial advice, but whatever. So one more thing I wanted to show you about Cardano, and people talk about Bitcoin dominance. Well, every crypto has a dominance, right? Not high as crypto, but let's look at the ADA dominance. ADA, BTC. Well, it's not really dominance. It's just ADA against BTC, right? So let's find the Coinbase here because I like to use Coinbase. It's just what I do. So, and I want to go to the year, or not the year, the weekly candles. Look at this. So I drew this yesterday. This is just brutal, right? I mean, let's shorten it up here. The ADA just gotten killed against Bitcoin, right? It was up here. It was at, there's a bunch of zeros in at 5509. I mean, it's just gone down. It's just suffered. It's just gotten killed against Bitcoin. But what is this? It's a descending, not a descending, it's a, I forgot what you call these triangles, but to me, this is bullish. And especially with ADA breaking out, pretty much every candle in there is red. Every candle in that triangle is red. And we've tested this bottom line several times as support, and it's held. It's held every single time going back, since May of last year. Again, this is just a huge triangle. It goes back over a year. And it's held the upper bound range too several times. Wicks, and it glided along, over here in April, but it's been held down every single time we've tested it. Well, look at this. We wicked above it just today, or yesterday, I guess that is, May 30th. So we wicked above it. Well, I guess that's this week. I forgot we're on the weekly. So we wicked above it this week. And we have, 6 days till the weekly close. If this closes, keep an eye open for this, and I'm going to keep updating it. But if that green candle, that last green candle, closes above that resistance line, I wouldn't want to be out of ADA right now. Just my opinion, my non-financial advice. Because if we breach that resistance, ADA's got some room to grow, and especially in light of the Vassal hard fork that's coming at the end of the month, end of June. So those just kind of my thoughts. I hope you appreciate the value I've brought to these videos for the past month. Basically, I've been doing them. I really started, I started with three reasons, and I've kind of been focused on the first reason, the short term reason, because there was so much FUD, and I wanted, but then I've also, incorporated the third reason, which is ADA over Ethereum over Bitcoin, and we're starting to see the fruits of that focus as well, right? Putting money into ADA right now is you're gonna bear the fruit of that in by the end of the year, a year from when we started it, and 5 years from when we started it. So I hope you're finding some value in these videos. I love bringing them to you. I love sharing this journey with you. So give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me some thoughts, and hopefully I feel better. My voice is kind of weird, and hopefully it's not the vid, but we have some visitors coming this week, so I don't want to be passing around the vid in the house. But anyway, I love you all. Thanks for joining. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're all feeling well and staying safe, and keep tuning in, because so far we've read these markets pretty good since I started this. And like I said, I'll make mistakes on here. I know I will. I'll do the wrong thing. But I think I'm more right than wrong usually. And so far I've been pretty right. So give me a follow, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and let's get after it, because I think things turn out to be bullish here very, very shortly. So that's it. I thank you for joining. I love you all. Stay safe, stay peaceful. That's it. My name is Mike. I am the crypto liberal. Ban the guns.